Hello there friends, Dr. Zhu here. Lots of love for all of you. Thank you for being here and watching this little video about how to free yourself up from resentment and your anger and your hatreds. These are feelings which we got conditioned by when we were kids, or it came to us from another lives. I don't want to talk about really that, but majorly what's most important, it's there. And if you feel that you have resentment pulling you down, it's your energy is leaking out into resentment and anger. It's one very, very destructive thing which will actually affect your health, mentally, physically, and it will destroy your life. So in whatever you can do from your own power, please work on it to get rid of it. And getting rid of it by being aware and being conscious over what's happening in your life, sitting down, meditating, observing your breath. So this is the first technology, is to come to a neutral point of realizing what you are doing and who is the person, what the person is doing, and how is it affecting your life. So if you are already meditating and doing the breath observation or Vipassana meditation, it is fantastic. So I like to add from my studies, Buddha's original teachings, the 10 points, the 10 methods, how you can get rid of your resentment and anger and hatred towards someone, another person, and even for yourself. So I made a little list to make sure that I share all of it with you very simply. So if you have someone, you have this resentment, this person did something wrong to you or another person, and you have anger towards this person, let's do the first thing. Start to cultivate unconditional love, acceptance, and gratitude in yourself towards yourself. And if you can do that for your own body cells, then you will be able to fill up your entire body with this vibration, with this sensation. And if this is done, it's basically you start overflowing this feeling, have an overflowing feeling. And if you have an overflowing feeling, then you can send this to other people, your family members. And here is my little noodle dog, came to say hello to us. So your family members, send them out to your teachers, send them out to loved ones, people who does good things for you. Then send them out to all the beings on the world. And if you can do that, then we can start continuing with those people who are irritating us, those people who go opposite to us, who always have something to quarrel with us, go against us, who blame us, have any negative feelings, then start sending them this loving kindness. This is a beautiful method, this first, because you can do this every single time, and you are the one who can decide what you are holding in with your head and what feeling in your heart. Now you either continue resentment or you exchange it for acceptance and love. So if this method doesn't work, let's go continue for the next one. And the next one is the saw metaphor by Buddha, saying that even if bandits cuts off a person's limbs, even then, the most extremes, even in the most extreme situations, you shouldn't feel resentment, anger, and hatred towards another person. Because that means if you are reflecting back, continuing that person's hatred and anger, that's even worse than if you have anger in the first place to begin with. So Buddha says that there is no way, no justification whatsoever for you to hold grudges, resentment, anger, and hatred in your heart and in your mind. So think about that, that in any extreme situation, it doesn't mean that you allow the other person to chew the meat off from you. It means you do everything within your own power to stop that person with loving kindness, with peace of mind. And I think it's one very important reminder for us not to run away from sticky situations, but stay there and start and help and support with your love and kindness to resolve issues, because we are all afraid that something will happen to me. Please, if any one person you see and has a difficulty, show the person that your support, and see what you can do, and do everything within your own power. And if you do that, your resentment feeling will be resolving, and so as all your angers. So number 3 is, if you're still feeling resentment, remember the person has something good in him or her, body wise, action wise, communication wise, speaking wise, or attitude wise. Must have done this person something good at some point of his or her life. And if he didn't or she didn't, then here comes the feeling of compassion. Compassion, because you must accept that this person is here at this moment of their life, and this is all what they have. They are showing the maximum what they have. And this is pretty amazing to realize, pretty humbling, because compassion leads to acceptance and love and gratitude in a way that you can be thankful that you don't have to act in this way anymore in your life. You got out of these. Very powerful, very powerful. Number 4 is that your mind is under your control, and the other person's mind is control, or he has his control over his mind. And this is important to remember, because why are you giving permission the other person to shake up your head, to take away your inner peace? You basically don't have to do that. Allow that person to do what he's doing, and you stay in control over your mind. Because reflecting back anger and hatred is even worse, pain for your own self. So why are you putting yourself in so much pain? Why are you making so much suffering for yourself by creating this in your own mind for yourself? So you know that if you get angry and you express your hatred, you can either affect the other person or not. Same as the other person's hatred can affect you or not. It's basically within your control. How do you decide? If you stay conscious, you can gain control over what's happening in your head. One important tool is breath observation, staying in the middle and not reacting in a hard situation like this. So remember that anger and hatred is an unnecessary suffering. No one needs that, and you can change that. Number 5 is remember and realize the law of karma. Whatever that other person is doing will affect him, will define him or her, and whatever you are doing will define you and your life. So for me it is a very helpful hint, this number 5. Let the person do what he's doing. His life will be affected by that and not yours. You stay in control. And if your resentment is still exists, then number 6 is reflect back on Buddha's qualities, what is a Buddha quality, what personal qualities he has, or a person who became Buddha enlightened has. And so all what we've been talking about here, he or she of a person is doing that. So, and there are 10 parmis or parmitas, which this Buddha's qualities. I will be sharing it with you in a next video or in a picture. You will see that one very important on the top is letting go and giving a gift of love for another person, which how this entire list has begun. And number 7 is reflect back on, basically that there is no such a thing of beginning of a something, because there is always a birth and rebirth. Everything continues. So that means if you look at the person, that person might have been at some point of a time your father, your mother, your sister, your brother, or your daughter, or your son. So it's important to reflect back on that, and why should you be angry with your family. Number 8 is reflect back on the 11 advantages of using loving kindness. That means it includes that you can sleep well at night, you wake up comfortably and restfully in the morning, you don't have nightmares at night, that you can be kind and there to other people and to all beings, and this positive energy will be a protection for you. No one wants to have ill will for you. It's easy for you to concentrate. You have light in your face and in your smile, and if once comes death, then you will have a clear mind. You die in happiness, so called, and that means that you enter into a higher rebirth, a more favorable rebirth. So this is all, remember, if you are living with a loving kindness. So that means you must stay in control over not reacting with your anger and resentment. Number 9, remember the impermanence, that everything is always changing, and look at what is really what is it you angry at in the other person, and let's break it down to elements, into really the bottom lines. And the bottom lines are, what is it? The person's hair, the person's skin, their urine, their blood, their saliva, what is it? And think about that. Then break it down even more. That what is it? The earth element in the person's hair, or the water element in their urine, or the heat element from the body heat, what you are feeling, the heat of the elevated temperature, or the wind element, the pushing element, what you are feeling on you. What is it? So if you can break it down, you will realize that anger will vanish. And there is one more, is what you are angry at, this other person's sensations, their perceptions, how they are realizing what is happening, and what is it, what they are seeing with their eyes, what they are hearing with their ears, or you are angry at their emotional imprints, what they've been born with. What is it what you are angry with? And if none of these 9 methods help, the number 10 will definitely help, and that is dana, giving a gift. Or if you receive a gift from this other person, receive it well, receive it with love. It will stop your resentment and anger and hatred altogether, and it will help the other person to even for a moment to stop their resentment, anger and hatred. So it's a huge thing to give a gift, because it will basically symbolize letting go, letting go and free up space to open up for new. So gift has an incredible power, as I also apply it, use it, practice it. It's huge what it can do for people. And Buddha said that, there is no such a way, you can't justify with anything to have any small little piece of, even as small as a dust piece of resentment, anger and hatred in you. You must work on it, use these methods, meditate, get rid of it, work on your consciousness, work on your awareness. And his meditation, what he's giving us through Vipassana meditation, will teach you for this all. What basically it's all here for you. Even on my YouTube channel, you find a lot of help for this meditation. There's a 7-day meditation which I created for you. And if you have any question, I'm here. Let us talk about your resentments. What is it what you can't let go? Let me gift you my little time to talk this over and help you to get rid of this resentment, anger and hatred, because the world will be only a better place if we do this in ourselves towards the other people and teach them how other they can live than the way they are living right now, with hatred and fear and anger, because it is an option and it's a negative energy on us, and we don't need that. There is another way, so there is a way out, and that is loving kindness. So thank you so much. This was Dr. Zhu. You know my email address. Write me, let us talk. You know my book, The Secret of Happiness, Locked in Your Fears. It's available. You can learn. Let us talk. Start opening up and start making the world a better place together. Thank you so much again, and sending you love from my heart everywhere on the world for you. Bye bye.